Welcome back to POP Podcast, everyone. I gotta say, these Kanye West and Bianca Censori headlines lately have been kind of wild, right?
Yeah, you're not kidding. I mean, it's like every day there's something new and it's all just wow.
I know, and you know what that means, right? Deep dive time. You guys know how we roll. One of our awesome listeners sent in this page 6 article. It's from April 3rd of this year, 2025.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
It's just, let's just say it's a doozy. It's
Hmm.
got all the drama, the intrigue. Like, honestly, it reads like a script for a movie.
Totally. But the thing that's really got me hooked is this whole breakup situation between Kanye and Bianca. Apparently, he's confirming it all through his new song.
Yeah. It's a track called Beyonce from his new album, WW3.
Okay, so that dropped Thursday, April 3rd. And the article's basically saying, like, he's using this song to tell everyone, hey, Bianca left me. And it gets even juicier because he spills the tea on why, apparently.
Exactly. So that's what we're going to unpack today. This deep dive is all about understanding the reported split straight from the horse's mouth. Or should I say straight from Kanye's lyrics. It's a lot to process. So, yeah, buckle up, folks.
It does make you think, though, about the whole concept of airing your dirty laundry in such a public way. Like, is this the new normal for celebrity breakups? It's definitely got people talking.
Right. Okay, so the page 6 headline is pretty blunt. Kanye West confirms wife Bianca Censori left him. No beating around the bush there.
Nope, straight to the point. And it goes on to say, and I quote, confirmed that his wife, Bianca Censori, dumped him over his disturbing social media rants.
Whoa. Talk about putting it all out there. And they don't waste any time connecting the dots to his song. There's this one lyric, it's pretty telling. She's having a panic attack and she's not liking the way that I tweeted.
I mean, he's basically saying it right there, isn't he? His online rants are affecting Bianca big time.
Yeah, it's like he's acknowledging the impact. But then right after that line, things take a turn. He goes on to rap. But first she tried to get me committed. Not going to the hospital because I am not sick. I just do not get it. Like, whoa, where did that come from?
It's definitely a huge jump. I mean, to have someone, your partner no less, think you need to be committed, that's serious stuff. It speaks volumes about, like, where their relationship was at and how they were seeing things so differently.
Totally. And then, oh boy, it gets even more intense. He starts talking about staying up all night, not knowing where Bianca is, and then drops this bomb. Until Bianca's back, I stay up all night. I'm not going to sleep.
Yeah.
I really don't know where she's at.
Okay, that's already pretty heavy, but then
He goes on to say, I'm tracking my BH through an app. I'm tracking my BH through the city. I mean, whoa, that's just a lot.
yeah, a lot to unpack there. The whole idea of tracking someone, especially without their knowing or consent, it's just wrong on so many levels. It's like, forget the relationship drama for a second. That's a major privacy violation.
It is. And then right after that, he raps about Bianca leaving in a car and almost seems to be suggesting she was scheming or something. She hopped in the car and she ran. My BH just don't understand. Sometimes it just feels like it's planned. Like, is he trying to play the victim here?
It definitely feels like he's trying to rationalize what happened, you know? Maybe even trying to shift some of the blame away from himself.
It's a bit much. And, you know, it's not just Bianca he's calling out in this song. The article points out how he also throws shade at her family. He's claiming they want me locked up and to go on retreat.
If her family was at that point wanting him locked up or sent away, that's a pretty strong indicator that things were seriously messed up. It's not just a couple spat, it's a whole family situation.
Right. Okay, now for the part that really threw me for a loop. He's got this line, and this one is a doozy. I guess we the new Cassie and Diddy. I'm making this song for Bianca. I'm feeling the spirit of Donda. That Diddy and Cassie reference is loaded, to say the least.
Yeah, especially given all the recent stuff with them. If you need a refresher, folks, the article touches on it. Cassie Ventura accused Diddy, a.k.a. Sean Combs, of rape and abuse. There's a video out there that seems to back up her claims, and now Combs is facing those sex trafficking charges, though he says he's innocent. So for Kanye to compare his relationship with Bianca to that whole mess, it's a bold move, to say the least.
It's definitely something. What do you think he's getting at with that comparison? Is it about being in the public eye?
Yeah.
Or is he hinting at something deeper about his relationship with Bianca? I don't know, it's just a lot to process.
It's a head-scratcher, that's for sure. Given how serious those allegations against Combs are, it's a parallel that doesn't really paint Kanye in a good light, does it? It feels almost tone-deaf.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, real quick, before we get too deep into this, if you're digging this whole behind-the-scenes look at Kanye and Bianca, hit that like button and subscribe to POP Podcast. You know we love bringing you guys the hottest tea.
Now, the song doesn't end on that super intense note, thankfully. The article says it wraps up with Kanye basically pleading with Bianca. Bianca, I just want you to come back. Come back to me. I know what I did to make you mad. It's like a total 180 from those earlier lyrics where he seemed to be pointing the finger at everyone else.
It's true. It's like suddenly he's taking some responsibility, realizing maybe he messed up. It does add another layer to the story, right?
Definitely. It shows a human side, a sense of regret. But, he doesn't actually say what he did, so we're left wondering, like, how deep does this realization really go?
Good point. And to understand this whole situation better, we got to zoom out a bit. The page 6 piece lays out a timeline of their relationship, which, spoiler alert, it's been rocky.
Yeah, so they apparently got married back in 2022, and remember the Grammys this year, 2025, Kanye designed that super see-through dress for Bianca, which, let's be honest, caused quite a stir.
Oh, yeah, people were talking about that dress for weeks.
Exactly. And the article points out that there were reports in February that Bianca actually left Kanye right after the Grammys. So maybe that whole dress debacle was a sign of bigger problems brewing.
Maybe, yeah. But hold on, the plot thickens. Just a few weeks later, around February 24th, there were other reports saying they were back together trying to work things out. But then, poof, they disappear from the public eye. And now, this new article says they haven't been seen together lately, and another source is saying Bianca still wants to leave, even after they tried to reconcile.
It's like a roller coaster, right? Makes you wonder if whatever issues they had were ever truly addressed or if it was just a temporary Band-Aid.
And here's another layer to all this.
Yeah.
Back in March, there was a report that said Kanye controls so many aspects of her life. That's a pretty heavy statement. If that's true, it really adds another dimension to why she might want out.
Absolutely. It makes you think about power dynamics, control, and how that can be really suffocating in a relationship. It's a serious red flag.
Right. And let's not forget Kanye's whole history of what the article calls vile social media tirades on X. It's not just this one incident with Bianca. He's got a pattern of saying and doing some really messed up stuff.
Yeah, their article lists some pretty disturbing examples. Like, remember when he was going after Beyonce and Jay-Z's kids? And then there was that whole thing where he was praising Hitler, saying stuff like, Hitler was so fresh, I'm a Nazi, and I love Hitler. It's just appalling.
And then he apologized for being anti-Semitic, but then took it back. I remember he went on a rant and wrote, and I quote, "I'm never apologizing for my Jewish comments. I can say whatever the FK I want to say forever."
Wow. I mean, talk about doubling down.
And the icing on the cake, so to speak, was that incident where he was wearing a black Ku Klux Klan outfit while chatting with DJ academics. Seriously, who does that? It's like he's trying to be as offensive as possible.
Yeah, that was a low point for sure. It's all just incredibly disturbing, and it's hard to ignore how all of this might have contributed to Bianca's decision to leave.
So there you have it. The breakup song, the panic attacks, the commitment attempt, the tracking confession, the Diddy and Cassie parallel, the timeline of their ups and downs, and Kanye's history of outrageous behavior. It's a lot to absorb. What stands out to you the most from this whole saga?
I think for me, it's just the way this whole breakup is playing out. It's so public, so raw, and so messy. He's putting it all out there in his music, and it's like we're getting this unfiltered and maybe not entirely accurate glimpse into their relationship. It's kind of fascinating and a little disturbing all at the same time.
It definitely makes you think about the line between public and private, especially for celebrities, and how art, in this case music, can be used to express such deeply personal things, but also potentially damaging things.
Right. Like, is it fair game to put all your relationship drama out there in your art? Where do we draw the line? It's a conversation we definitely need to have.
So let's sum this all up. Kanye West seems to be confirming his split from Bianca Censori in his new song Bianca. The lyrics suggest that his controversial social media behavior was a major factor, with Bianca even trying to get him help. He also admitted to tracking her, which is just, wow. And then there's that whole comparison to Diddy and Cassie, which is a whole other can of worms.
It's a perfect example of how messy things can get when fame, social media, and personal relationships collide.
And on that note, here's a thought for all of you. Given how Kanye and Bianca's relationship has unfolded so publicly, what does this say about celebrity relationships in our super-connected world? Do public figures have any privacy left? And how much responsibility do they have for the things they choose to share, especially when it comes to personal stuff?
It's a really important question to consider, especially now when the lines between our public and private lives are getting blurrier and blurrier.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us as we explored this wild story. If you enjoyed it, Don't forget to like and subscribe to POP Podcast for more juicy deep dives into the lives of your favorite stars. Until next time, peace out.